In our videos on the first 5 seals, we have seen how William Branham stole his revelation from Charles Taze Russell and Clarence Larkin. It should come as no surprise then when we see where William Branham received his revelation of the 6th seal. William Branham starts his sermon with another clear statement that he received his revelation directly from God.
Something happened today when this seal was revealed. I had to walk completely out in the yard. Just walk around out in the yard a little while. That's right. It just simply almost took my breath right away from me. See?
William Branham's revelation of the 6th seal is fairly complex, so it is important to go through this slowly. He starts out by referring to Matthew chapter 24, verses 1 to 3.
These 3 verses, it took place actually on Tuesday afternoon, April the 4th, AD 30. And the first 2 verses took place on the afternoon of April the 4th and AD 30. And the 3rd verse taking place on Tuesday evening of the same day.
William Branham then refers to 3 questions.
Now notice, here is 3 questions are asked by the Jews, his disciples. 3 questions are asked. What? First, when shall these things be? When there won't be one stone left upon another. What shall be the sign of thy coming? Second question. And of the end of the world. See it? These 3 questions.
Clarence Larkin, beginning on page 62 of his book, The Book of Revelation, a study of the last prophetic book of Holy Scripture, provides a chart and prefaces it with this remark.
At this point, it will be interesting to compare. As on the next 3 pages, Christ's Olivet Discourse, Matthew 24, verses 1 through 30, with the 6 seals of Revelation 6, verses 1 through 17. The similarity between them is most striking.
The chart begins with a statement that the first 2 verses of Matthew 24 took place Tuesday afternoon, April 4, AD 30, and the 3rd verse took place on Tuesday evening. Larkin then provides what he calls the 3-fold question.
1. When shall these things be? 2. What shall be the sign of thy coming? 3. And of the end of the world. 8.
William Branham is quoting verbatim what Larkin outlines in his chart, and then goes on to read, again almost verbatim, a detailed comparison of each verse of Matthew 24, verses 4 through 30, comparing them to each of the 6 seals in Revelation 6, verses 1 through 17. This comparison is outlined in detail on our website, and I invite you to compare it directly yourself. What is painfully obvious is that William Branham took his sermon on the 6th seal directly from Larkin's book. He gave Larkin no credit, but rather said that he got his revelation directly from God. We could go on.
And between the 6th and 7th seal, 144,000 is called.
And we see Clarence Larkin say,
between the breaking of the 6th and 7th seals, there will be a pause or interval during which 144,000 of the children of Israel, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes, will be sealed.
William Branham says,
this church never takes a tribulation period.
And we read in Larkin,
the tribulation is not for the perfecting of the saints. It has nothing to do with the church.
Rather than go on, I want to conclude with William Branham's understanding of the 2 witnesses of Revelation chapter 11. In the 6th seal sermon, he concludes this with respect to the 2 witnesses.
It's Moses and Elijah, because there's their ministry re-impersonated again. Amen. Both men.
It should come as no surprise that this is also a direct copy from Larkin, who stated,
the evidence seems conclusive that the 2 witnesses will be Moses and Elijah.
The fact that William Branham copied his first 6 seals directly from Charles Russell and Clarence Larkin would be easily overlooked if not for two important factors. First, William Branham did not mention either man as the source of his revelation. This is what is referred to as plagiarism, taking someone else's idea and passing it off as your own. Secondly, in every instance, William Branham stated that his revelation was supernatural and came directly from God. Doesn't this fall squarely into the rebuke of Jeremiah 23:30?
Does not my word burn like fire? Asks the Lord. Is it not like a mighty hammer that smashed the rock to pieces? So I stand against these prophets who get their messages from each other, these smooth-tongued prophets who say, "This message is from God."